Have you ever met a stranger and their gaze felt ancient? Not just a look, but a recognition. As if their spirit saw the riverbed of your own soul, a shape you yourself had forgotten was there. And in that quiet moment, did you feel a strange unsettling? A sense that a profound truth was being exchanged without a single word? What if that feeling is your spirit remembering a language it once knew? What if the color of your eyes is not just a feature, but a voice? The first word in a story you are here to live. The masters of my lineage spent lifetimes observing the flow of things, not through scientific study, but through deep stillness. They saw that just as every river has a bed that shapes its journey, every soul has a current that guides its path. One of the most silent, yet powerful truths they passed down was this: your eye color is not an accident of your birth. It is a signature, the ink with which your soul's purpose was written. A physical echo of the archetypal energy you carry, the silent pull that has guided every significant turn of your life's river, often beneath the surface of your awareness. Think on this. Have you not observed how souls with similar eyes seem to drink from the same streams of life? How they resonate with a shared quality, a quiet understanding that transcends mere coincidence? How you can sometimes look into another and feel, instantly, the nature of their ground, the weather of their spirit. The old wisdom traditions knew this. They could perceive the sacred work of a soul by observing the wellspring from which it looked out upon the world. The eyes. They understood that the color carries the map of your dharma, the reason your stream chose to flow in this lifetime, the specific lesson you are here to learn and to offer. But here is where a great sadness arises. Most are trying to force their river to flow uphill. They build dams against their own current, wondering why the journey is so hard, why they feel so cut off from the source, why their water never seems to find its ocean. If you have ever felt a deep sense that you are meant for a certain landscape, but cannot find your way there, I invite you to be still for a moment. The forgotten language we are about to explore could change the way you see not just yourself, but the very flow of your life. This deep sense that there is more is not a fantasy. This feeling that you are here for a specific reason, a sacred work you can't quite name, it is not a wish. It is the hum of your soul, communicating in the only language it has, the language of form, of energy, of path. The ancient masters taught that every being carries an archetypal seed, a pattern of energy that exists in the great garden of our shared consciousness. These patterns are not ideas. They are living currents that shape our ground, our relationships, our work, even our path to the divine. And in the most subtle teachings, it is said that these archetypal currents leave a physical trace, a signature, most clearly in the color of your eyes. This is the understanding that the modern world, in its haste, has forgotten. Your eye color is like a fingerprint of the spirit. It is the universe's way of marking you with your chosen path. The patterns of light and shadow in your iris do not simply determine how your eyes reflect the sun. They create a physical vessel for your soul's deepest current. Consider every person who has ever gazed into your eyes and seemed to understand something essential about you without a word. Think of how some eyes make you feel instantly at peace, while others feel like a coming storm. This is not coincidence. This is your soul recognizing the landscape of another. The temple builders of old Egypt understood this. They saw the eyes as the seat of the spirit itself, and different colors as signs of different sacred duties. The Druid priests of the Celtic forests could perceive a soul's path by studying the light within their eyes. Shamans across the Great Plains have always known that the eyes reveal the spirit's chosen work in this world. But here, we find the disturbance. Our world has been taught to forget this wisdom. We are conditioned to believe our eye color is a simple game of chance, a genetic roll of the dice. We are taught to ignore the silent wisdom that our ancestors held as sacred. The result: countless souls wandering, lost, forcing themselves into professions, relationships, and ways of being that go against the very grain of their spirit. They are weary, they are empty, they are confused, because every day they fight the natural flow of their own soul. If you have ever felt you are swimming against a powerful, unseen current in your life, you are about to understand the riverbed. The truth is, your eyes have been whispering your purpose to you since your first breath. But you have been trained to listen only to the noise. You've been taught to see your eyes as a decoration, not the compass they truly are. Let us begin with the path most often misread in the great pattern, the path of the brown eye. If your eyes are brown, you have likely been told that you are common, that you are ordinary. This is one of the deepest untruths, for the brown-eyed soul carries the most foundational dharma of all. In my tradition, we call these souls the keepers of the mountain. Their spirit's work is to be the unshakable ground for the rest of humanity. They are the ones who hold the stillness in the heart of the storm, who provide the stability for others to grow, who create the deep earth from which all other sacred work can rise. Here is what makes the path of the mountain so profound. The depth of color in the iris creates a direct resonance with what we call the deep earth, the oldest, most silent layer of human consciousness. Those who walk this path can access a wisdom that flows from the roots of the world tree. This is why so many with brown eyes feel like old souls. They carry the stillness of ages within them. They are naturally drawn to heal, to teach, to nourish, to protect. They have a quiet power to make others feel seen and safe, even total strangers. But here lies the shadow that the mountain keeper must learn to see. Their sacred work makes them natural anchors for others, but they often forget that even mountains must receive the rain and the sun. They become so focused on grounding everyone else that they neglect their own sky. They give their earth until they are barren, wondering why they feel depleted, even when surrounded by those who love them. The practice for the brown eye is to learn the difference between being a mountain and being a quarry. They are here to show humanity how to be rooted in deep time while still feeling the light of the present moment. They are the bridge between the earth below and the sky above. Ancient cultures saw brown eyes as a sign of earthly divinity. In many lineages, they were marks of the earth-bringers, souls who chose to embody stability to help humanity navigate great winds of change. The Desert Fathers believed brown-eyed souls could channel the silent wisdom of the earth itself. If you walk this path, you have noticed that others bring their burdens to you. Strangers share their deepest stories. Friends seek the shelter of your presence. The small and the wounded are drawn to your quiet strength. This is not an accident. It is your nature creating a field of stillness and safety around you. But understand this: your work is not to carry everyone else's mountain. Your work is to be the mountain, to model what it looks like to be deeply rooted in wisdom while still growing towards your own light. You are here to show others how to be both ground and peak. The wisdom of the body confirms this. Those who carry this deep earth energy exhibit more profound empathy, a stillness that we call emotional wisdom. They are drawn to work that serves life, to build lasting bonds, to feel a sacred responsibility for the well-being of the garden. Your brown eyes are not common. They are foundational. They are the mark of a soul that chose one of the most vital forms of dharma to hold the ground steady so that others may reach for the heavens. Every time you see your own reflection, you are seeing the eyes of one who chose the sacred work of being still in a world that never stops moving. The blue eye embodies a path that is often misunderstood as cold or distant. In my lineage, we call this the path of the clear sky. If your eyes are blue, people may have told you that your gaze is piercing, that they feel seen in a way that is uncomfortable. This is not aggression. It is the nature of your sacred work. The clarity of the iris in a blue eye creates a unique resonance. The way it receives and gives back the light allows it to perceive things with a different quality of vision. Those who walk the path of the clear sky have what my teachers called wind, that scatters illusions. They can see the patterns in the clouds, the shape of things to come, the truth beneath the story more readily than others. This is why they often feel they can perceive a person's true state. They sense the discord between the words and the heart. Their sacred work is to be a mirror of clarity for the world. But this path carries a profound shadow. The ability to see through the mist can lead to a feeling of aloneness, a weather of mistrust. They often perceive things in others that they wish they could unsee. The gap between what is said and what is true can make the world of human connection feel thin or fragile. The practice for the blue-eyed soul is to learn how to use their clarity in service of compassion, not just judgment. They are here to help others gently blow away their own clouds, to find their own true north. They are the ones who can hold a space for the whole truth of another. The sunlight and the storm, the ancient sea, pharaohs of the north saw blue eyes as a mark of the sky, seers, souls who could navigate by inner stars that others could not perceive. The Celtic bards sang that blue-eyed children were born seeing the space between the worlds. In many shamanic lines, blue eyes were a sign of natural visionary capacity. If you walk this path, you have likely noticed that people have a strong and immediate reaction to you. There is little middle ground. This is because your energy invites them to meet you in a place of truth. You create a field of clarity around you that makes it difficult for others to wear their masks comfortably. The inner life reflects this pattern. Blue-eyed souls have a strong capacity for discerning patterns, for seeing the why beneath the what, a gift we call deception, piercing sight. They are often drawn to paths of inquiry, of healing, of justice, any work that requires seeing past the surface into the deep structure of things. Your blue eyes are not merely beautiful, they are instruments of awareness. They are the mark of a soul who chose the work of being a living reminder of truth. Every time you look at another, you are unconsciously asking for what is real, but you must understand your dharma. Your work is not to tear the masks from others' faces or to call out every untruth. Your work is to create a safe sky where others can choose to let their own masks fall. You are here to model what it looks like to live in your own truth, to show others they do not need to hide the weather of their soul from you. The world requires your clarity now more than ever. We are living in an age of great mist, of confusion, of surface storms. Your blue eyes are your soul's signature, marking you as one who can help others remember the clear, blue sky within themselves. The green eye is the rarest color in the human garden, appearing in but a few. But its rarity is not chance, it is sacred purpose. We call this the path of the growing seed. Those who carry this energy are here to be living catalysts for transformation. The unique dance of light and earth that creates the green eye also creates a unique spiritual energy. These souls exist in what the masters called the liminal space, the fertile ground between what was and what will be. They are natural bridge walkers, able to help others cross from one season of their life into the next. This is why those who walk the path of the growing seed often feel they do not belong to any single landscape. They are too wild for the cultivated gardens, too rooted for the formless clouds. This is not a failing, it is their design. They are meant to inhabit the fertile edge. The sacred work of the green eye is to be a catalyst for growth in others. They have an uncanny gift for appearing in someone's life at the very moment a great change is ready to sprout. They are the ones who ask the question that cracks the old shell, who bring the rain that makes the seed of a new idea burst forth, who create the conditions for a breakthrough. But here is the shadow. The energy of the catalyst can make the ground of relationship feel unstable. Others are drawn to them like a fire, experience a great transformation, and then often must pull away to integrate the change. Green-eyed souls can feel as though they are always being left behind, just as things become deep. The ancient traditions of the Green Isles of the Celts saw these eyes as marks of the life bringers, souls who could help others change their very nature. The mystery schools of Egypt taught that green-eyed initiates had a special connection to the energies of death and rebirth. In many nature traditions, they were signs of a natural earth healer's gift. If you have green eyes, You have seen this pattern. Your presence seems to speed up the seasons. People meet you, and suddenly their lives begin to quicken. Old branches fall away, new shoots appear. Hidden things surface. You are like a lightning strike to a dry forest, bringing the fire that allows for new life. The wisdom of the body confirms this. Green-eyed souls have a high measure of creativity, adaptability, and an energy we call change catalyzing presence. They are drawn to work as healers, artists, teachers, any path that helps others transform their inner or outer world. If you walk this path and have watched the lives around you quicken, you know this truth in your bones. Your green eyes are not just rare, they are a form of sacred medicine. They are the mark of a soul that chose to be a living catalyst for evolution. Every person you meet is potentially one conversation, one moment of true seeing away from their own rebirth. Your energy is the spark. But here is what you must understand about your work. Your job is not to force the seed to grow, nor to decide what it will become. Your job is to embody the energy of transformation so completely that others remember their own power to change. You are here to model what it is to be in a state of constant, graceful becoming. The world needs your catalyst energy now. Old structures are cracking. New seeds are waiting in the earth. Your green eyes are your soul's signature, marking you as one who can help others walk through the fire of change and into the garden of new life. The hazel eye reflects one of the most fluid archetypal paths. We call this the path of the river. If your eyes are hazel, you have heard that they seem to change, shifting with the light, your heart's weather, or the colors around you. This is not just a trick of light. It is a reflection of your sacred work to be a shape, shifter of awareness. The unique mingling of patterns that create the hazel eye also creates a profound spiritual flexibility. In my lineage, we call this archetypal fluidity. These souls can draw from many different riverbeds of energy, embodying what is needed in each moment. They are natural adapters, able to become the very thing another needs to see in themselves. This is why those who walk the path of the river often feel as if they are many people at once. With one person, they are the still mountain. With another, the clear sky. With a third, the growing seed. This is not a lack of self. It is their great gift. The dharma of the hazel eye is to be a living mirror for the potential in others. They have an uncanny ability to reflect back to people the very qualities they need to awaken in themselves. They see the hidden seeds in another's garden and, by their presence, help them to grow. But this path holds a subtle shadow. This deep adaptability can make it hard for the river to feel its own banks. They can become so lost in reflecting the needs of others that they lose touch with their own source, their own destination. They may ask themselves, who am I when I am not reflecting for another? The wise ones of ancient Greece said hazel eyes were the mark of the divine mirrors, souls who could reflect the qualities of the gods back to humankind. The Celtic Druids taught that those with hazel eyes had a special connection to the sacred hazel tree, the tree of wisdom that stands at the well of all knowledge. In many spiritual paths, hazel eyes were seen as a sign of natural intuitive ability. If you walk this path, people have surely told you that you help them see themselves more clearly. They say things like, because of you, I realized, or you saw something in me I never knew was there. This is your nature, creating what we call a field of reflection. The inner world reflects this. Hazel-eyed souls score high in emotional resonance, social grace, and the gift of potential seeing. They are drawn to be guides, mentors, healers, and friends. Any path that involves helping others to recognize their own forgotten light. Your hazel eyes are not changeable. They are responsive. They are the mark of a soul who chose the work of being a living, breathing mirror for the beauty in others. Every soul you meet has the chance to see their own light more clearly in your waters. Your energy makes that reflection possible. But here is the practice you must learn. Your work is not to lose yourself in the reflection. It is not to become a shapeless pool for others. Your work is to hold your own center, to feel your own riverbanks, even as you flow and reflect. You are here to model what it looks like to be both authentic and adaptable, to be true to your own source while responding to the needs of the landscape. The world needs your mirror now. So many have forgotten their own beauty, their own strength. Your hazel eyes are your soul's signature, marking you as one who can help others remember who they truly are. Now that you feel the path that corresponds to your eyes, here is where many go astray. They see this knowledge as a new label for their personality. They treat it as a curious fact, instead of what it is, a map for your life's sacred work. Your eye color does not just describe who you have been. It reveals the path you are here to walk into mastery. It shows you the specific spiritual ground your soul is here to cultivate in this lifetime. Every difficulty you have faced, every connection you have made, every path you have chosen has been your soul's way of calling you back to your own true riverbed. Bring to mind the moments in your life where you felt most full of life, most aligned, most connected to a purpose larger than your small self. See how those moments align with your path. The keeper of the mountain, feeling most fulfilled when providing a calm harbor for a friend in a storm. The seer of the clear sky, feeling most alive when helping another see a truth they had been avoiding. The bearer of the growing seed, feeling most vital when their presence helped someone make a life-changing breakthrough. The walker of the river path, feeling most connected when they helped someone see their own forgotten beauty. These were not accidents. These were moments of your soul recognizing that its own sacred work was being done. But here is where the true path begins. Most of us have been living in resistance to our own dharma. We have tried to carve a riverbed where society told us to, instead of honoring the one our soul chose. And we have wondered why life felt so difficult when we were literally fighting our own deepest nature. The mountain, told they are too still, trying to be a restless wind. The sky, told they are too intense, trying to be a gentle fog. The seed, told they are too much, trying to be smaller. The river, told they are too changeable, trying to be solid stone. This is the source of the disconnection. This is why connections felt fragile. This is why work felt empty. You were trying to be someone else, instead of more deeply becoming who you truly are. Here is your practice for the coming week. A practice of observation. Pay attention to the moments you feel a deep sense of energy, of rightness. Notice what you are doing, who you are with, what energy you are offering to the world. These are the moments your dharma is flowing. Then, pay attention to the moments you feel drained, conflicted, or hollow. Notice what you are doing and what energy you are forcing. These are the moments you are building a dam against your own river. The purpose is not to change your whole life tomorrow. The purpose is to begin making small choices that honor your soul's path. Perhaps, if you have eyes of the sky, it is choosing to speak your truth with compassion. If you have eyes of the mountain, perhaps it is allowing yourself to receive nourishment as much as you give it. If your eyes are of the seed, perhaps it is embracing your role as a catalyst without apology. If your eyes are of the river, perhaps it is choosing to honor your own center, even as you reflect for others. Your sacred work is not a cage, it is a path. It is your soul's way of showing you where your greatest gift lies, where you can offer the deepest medicine, where you will find the most profound peace. The ancient ones knew this. They knew that each soul's unique dharma was vital for the health of the whole village. They knew that when each person walked their true path, the entire forest thrived. Share this reflection with someone whose eyes have always spoken to you in a language you couldn't name. Help them discover their own sacred work. This is not merely about knowing yourself better. This is about taking your true place in the great dance of life. Your eyes have been whispering your soul's dharma to you your entire life. Now, it is time to answer the call.